Coming soon, 2KWL, 2K Creative Wrestling League on PS4. Get ready for 2KWL on PS4. Brought to you by the TWC, October 20th. Get ready!
All right, 2K World of Entertainment. Welcome my head detective to the right of me, or the left of me, however you're looking at. CEO of 2KWE, 2K World of Entertainment, Jeremiah Hubbard, joining us on the first episode with one of his twins for the first episode of 2KWE Vintage. Welcome to the show.
What's up, y'all?
Man of many few words. What's up, y'all? This could be a great show. What the fuck? The baby already just spoke more words than you did. All right, folks. So listen. We're going to get right into it. Today is the first day of 2KWE Vintage. We've had a lot of people come in through the doors over the years. And today we're going to focus on the very first 3 matches of the show. 2KWL, October 20th, 2018, 4 years ago. Now, 2K, it says 2KWL because at first it was 2K Wrestling League. Now it was a play on words because there was 2K and by the game 2K, also to create with a K, to create a wrestler league. Remember that, Jeremiah?
Yeah, when we first started.
That's how we first started. Yes, indeed. 2K Wrestling League, and then it morphed into 2K Wrestling Entertainment. We dropped the L like 2 years later, a year and a half later. We dropped.
I think it fits better though.
It fits better. Dropping the L in 2020, I think it was. We dropped the L and became 2K Wrestling Entertainment. And then your face is kind of off of screen there, buddy. There it is. There it is. And then a while later, another year later, probably another 2 years later, now we're at 2K World of Entertainment. So we have morphed over the 4 years. And we started off with a King of the Ring tournament.
I remember.
Remember that. We're going to see some faces that are no longer walking through these doors, but they've made an impact in one way or another. And we're grateful for that. Without them, we wouldn't even have the catalog that we have, over thousands of videos here, and that's why our first episode of 2KWE Vintage goes back to the first stream. We had 5 matches that night. 2 of them were exhibitions, and 3 of them were for the first round of the King of the Ring inaugural competition.
You all know how that ended.
No, we all don't know how that ended. That's why we're starting from day one. We're going to see a lot of old shit. And what was that?
A little salty about it, that's why.
Oh, you feel a little salty because you didn't win? You didn't win the inaugural championship?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to it. Alrighty, let me see what's happening. Good night. Having a little technical difficulties here. We'll work it out. Let me figure this out here. Got no problem here. There we go. All right, here we go. First up, the president of 2KWE, myself, Sam Cavea, aka Sam Schluter, went on commentary, going up against Brian Waters. Do you remember Brian Waters?
I don't remember Brian Waters.
We all found each other on the wrestling community Facebook fan page or whatever, and he's still on there. And Brian Waters actually does Wrestling Realm podcast. Remember Wrestling Realm?
Yeah, I do.
There you go. So one of our, that was him, I think. Sam the Buzzsaw looking very different from what he looks like today.
You got an entrance, bro?
Now there was no commentary. There was no live commentary. There was no.
I don't think there was.
No, there wasn't.
Not to the second show.
No, but there was no green screen production value or none of that. We were just streaming solid straight from my PS4 to YouTube.
Import your My Player once you're done with the storyline. You should be able to import it. I had to remake all of that.
The crazy thing is now she got 4 pounds.
You could hear myself talking to you guys, but for some reason we could never hear you guys talk because we didn't have the capabilities.
We didn't figure out the settings until later on how to get everybody involved.
Right. Hey, you get bonus points if you remember how this match was won. There it is. Wrestling Realms podcast owner and creator, and used to be one of our sponsors. Brian Waters. Brian H. Waters.
For all the viewers,
Big shout outs to Brian Waters.
you might not hear entrance music due to copyright infringement policies.
No entrance music due to copyright infringement.
That was a big deal for us, though.
No commercials. Loading time.
Just straight to it.
This was October 20th, 2018. This was like 2 weeks after the release of 2K19. We were playing since 2K18 together. Maybe me and you together like 2K17.
Yeah, I was in high school.
Yeah. A smooth Russian leg sweep from Brian Waters. He started out good.
It was, if I remember right, he was pretty good. And just the presentation is so different.
It's better than outside food. What was that, Jeremiah?
The presentation is so different.
It is.
Oh, Lord.
Well, lack thereof. Oh, what a move there by Brian Waters. The lack thereof. But look at TWC logo, Wrestling Realm logo, and forever and a day, Wrestling Warehouse, who's still with us. Justin Shelton, bless his soul. And look at that. Remember, Ico Pro.
That was a big thing for us, too.
Look at Brian Waters is giving it to little Cavea.
Wow, man. Remember the R2 reversal?
I still think that's better than the triangle reversal.
I do too.
I still think there's better than limited reversals.
You're taking a whooping here, bro.
I think triangle has a quicker response though.
You hear me? I told him I'm taking a whooping here.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to enjoy the 2KWE Virtual Wrestling Catalog. You watch all this on your own. Waters is whooping my ass. This is the first ever stream as a virtual wrestling
And here we go.
promotion.
My turn.
The Ludez Prez after he got caught with the taunting.
Momentum swinging. Oh, well, never mind. Hey, he was putting it over me.
Suck it. Do you remember how this match ended?
I do.
You do?
I'm not gonna...
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Painful stretch here.
So we still had the commentary on the game, but what was going on backstage was, because I didn't want to have interference like double sound from the game, I had my TV muted. So the only thing that was going out was the sound of the game. So I couldn't hear the game. I could see the game. I couldn't hear it.
Ring awareness.
Right. I think you heard more than what we did.
I just told him no ring awareness. He went for the pin while my leg was under the rope. Nice reversal. Oh no, reversal there.
Yeah, he's got a lot left in him. It'll take more than that.
That pin submission, that pin escape is better than this year.
You think so?
He's in big trouble here.
Yeah.
RKO out of nowhere.
I like it's fun better than the meter.
Oh, it's getting crazy now.
Yeah. About a comeback.
Don't forget Wrestling Warehouse for all your wrestling collectibles and needs. Oh, we taking it to the street now. Oh, the baby liked that move, but he missed.
One move after the other. It's devastating.
So the referee's at the 3 count, and I can't hear him.
They didn't have the numbers on the screen.
And I didn't have the numbers on the screen, and I wasn't paying attention to his fucking little digitized fingers.
Right.
Pedigree, boy.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
It's ruthless.
He hits him with the knee.
9. Two 2.5-star win, the first match ever, win by countout.
I don't got my TV on. I don't want no feedback.
It was smart though.
Listen to what I'm telling
I
him.
got the laptop going. Good match, bro. You were whooping me, bro.
The next match after that was the Destroyer. I totally forgot about this. This versus Akane, a future 2KWL champion at this point. And didn't Destroyer, that's Rick's call, right? I see Chief Executive. Right. I don't remember, but he transformed his gimmick into what? From Destroyer to what? Because he was light-skinned and then he became Dark as Night.
You want me to spoil it? Or...
Well, yeah, they're not going to see it here.
Oh, well, he transformed into Lachlan.
Lachlan, there, I forgot about that. And it was a darker skin. And you'll see it in the weeks to come on 2KWE Vintage, the metamorphosis of some of these super calls. So, I don't know why is he at a 97.
We had growing pain.
No, we had the 95 rule since day one. Didn't we?
Was it? Or was it 97? Oh, no, it was 95.
No, it was 95, but everybody should have been at 90. Look at that. This is something that I didn't notice. Because Akani's at 90. Right?
Well, yeah, in the coming weeks, you'll learn about Akane pretty quick.
Right. All right, well, let's get into the second one then. Here we go. 2KWE Vintage. Here. Sam Schluter's straight shooter here on my relaxed days. Got the Hulkmania for life shirt.
Making his way to the ring.
Hey, you really are a big fan of Full Venture.
Weighing in
Yeah.
at 220 pounds, the Destroyer.
It had to do a lot with, like, you know, Mr. T and shit. Mr. T was from Chicago, the A-Team. Look at that 2KWL logo, that old school logo.
And from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
From Abadad, Ethiopia.
95 pounds, Prince
I'm done about that.
From Abadad, Ethiopia. He went from Prince Akani to what was it? The living legend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
I'm a
now
legend,
time.
yeah.
Right. He dropped the Prince theme. King Akani, I think it was at one point. But later on, this is the first round for Akani and the Destroyer, for who future will be named as Lachlan Davis. Akani, a bigger guy there. Once again, no commentary from Sam Schluter. Sam Schluter was not even a thought.
Well, actually, hard to believe Saxton gets paid.
Not even auto.
No,
Wasn't even an idea.
no, he wasn't. Now, these are two good players here.
This is a level of destruction no one was
Really,
expecting.
I think Darnell had this, our Kanye had this thing down to a science. He was real hard to beat.
Right. Well, the good thing about it, remember that we all got the game. We all were playing on 2K18.
Slam right there.
And then, like, a couple of months before the league started on October, like a month or so, we were all playing together. And then we waited till 2 weeks after the release of 2K19. So everybody was still fresh on the game, just barely getting it like a week or two and still learning how to play it. And this is why the competition was stiff at that time.
Right.
And he presses him.
But the mechanic is still the same a little bit on 2K18. It didn't have the rapid change like 2K22 did.
Oh, no. It was... The change came. The change came at 2K20. That bullshit. The game that should not be remembered.
Wasted $100 on that game.
Man, dude, don't remind me. Don't remind me. Now the Destroyer putting feats, but Akani popping up tall.
I didn't realize how the other Destroyer looked inside this match.
Now, these were some fun times because not only were we playing the show, and I was running the show through the YouTube on PlayStation 4, but then on everybody's laptops and phones, we were also like in a group video chat so we could see each other's faces while we were playing.
Right.
The virtual Thunderdome before we did it, like 2 years, 3 years before we even did it. And then we didn't run one solid show. Like we would run one match and then stop the stream and then run another match.
Run another match, yeah.
Yeah, so October 20th, we actually had 5 streams that day.
I didn't realize that you gotta put them all together like that.
Oh, right now for the 2KW Vintage, yeah, I put them all together. Would it be, because remember those days, dude, we were up to like 1, 2 in the morning having the time of our life.
Man, having to be to work the next day.
Darnell fell asleep on the stream, working at the chicken factory.
We'll get to that one.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that stream on Vintage. And you know what? He needs to be a part of that Vintage show when he's out cold. I can't even remember so many videos. I can't like pinpoint it, but I know it's coming up like after a few months, maybe a few weeks.
How did we stream it where it was a one-on-one without you being present in the stream?
Well, James had the stream, was streamed from his channel sometimes, and Rick was streamed from his PlayStation sometimes, and I can't remember if you used to do it from your PlayStation sometimes. Because when you look through the YouTube thing, it'll say like Chief Executive streaming or James 1956 streaming or whatever. So we haven't I think Rick was streaming this one, and we were all watching.
We were all watching off of Rick.
Right.
Oh, I think this man means business. This one is over.
Kane. Another beast.
Goes down deep and gets the shoulder up.
Don't forget to join us tomorrow for all virtual wrestling. Every Friday evening, the best in virtual wrestling promotions out there.
That slam put him in a bad way, guys.
So what match are you looking forward to revisiting on Vintage?
I can think back to my memory bank.
Start to creep in that it could be over. And then you got
I think the first match between Kaveh and Ashton.
That's a good one.
driven back down to the mat with
The beginning of the forever feud.
comes up big with a reversal. And there's the speed.
And the first tag match with Kaveh and Ashton too.
Well, we already seen Kaveh coming out with the old school Samurai Club logo.
One way or another.
So y'all keep in mind about Samurai Club if you're not familiar with Samurai Club. Now, I went in solo with Samurai Club, just my heavyweight and my cruiserweight, and then all of a sudden everybody wanted to join. It became like NWO and shit.
Right.
Towards the end. Now look it, see? There's a little cheapness happening here because he walked out and taking that little breather.
Right.
But we haven't established the second referee rule to stop this yet.
At the time, we didn't have a second round.
No. Well, we haven't thought of that idea because look how long these matches were going.
Like this match already, just looking at it.
But Kane, I think this is where he's wrapping it up.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Look at how many stars there is. Maybe like 3.5.
Yeah, it was like
No,
3.5.
4.5. It's 4.5 actually. I had to crop it out a little bit. So Akani wins and moves on to the second round. Let's talk about that one. Let's talk. That was a good match. Akani moves on. So now we got Kaveh moving on, beating Brian Waters. We got Akani beating what was his name? I can't remember. The Destroyer. The Destroyer. The Destroyer, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is where I think the infancy of the second referee comes in, because in this matchup, we have special guest outside enforcer, none other than Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And I totally forgot about this.
I did too. I'm trying to figure out where he came from.
So Vince has been a part of the 2KWE since day one.
Yeah.
Since day one. Some of the matches I'm looking forward is when I beat Kiwi. Oh my God, we just went black on your screen.
I know. It's another kid.
So one of the matches I'm looking forward is to the inaugural King of the Ring, right, between those two people, and then the one where I beat the Australian Kiwi. And yeah, you know which one I want to see too? Hatcher versus Cavey. I think it was like Virtual Mania 2. We're moving way ahead, but the one where we had to throw each other, we threw each other off of the top of the Hell in a Cell like 5 times. That was insane.
Yeah.
But this match right here.
That was,
What? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
that match with Kavea and Hatcher it really was a predecessor to what those two can do. You know what I mean?
Right. We can't see your face.
Kind of salty about the ending, but you know,
Right.
it happens.
All right. Well, the people they could hear you, but they can't see you right now, so that's good.
Another twin asleep.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it. We'll get better as the shows go on. I'm gonna have to get you a little green screen to put on the back of a chair or something.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here you go. The special guest enforcer, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. How did I forget about this?
With special guest
I don't remember this.
Mr. McMahon.
From Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 257 pounds, Mr.
Brought to you and sponsored by the wrestling community, the Wrestling Realm Podcast,
Wrestling Realm Podcast.
Wrestling Well House, souvenir autograph needs
So I started giving out little shout outs, little shout outs there.
for all your wrestling.
We didn't have a presentation like we do now. We would just say it, you know. We had sponsors here and there, you know, but wrestling.
Okay, so
real good to us.
yeah, so the reason why there's a Vincent Kennedy McMahon, I'm controlling him. Neither LaShawn right here, Killer Clown, or the other person had streaming capabilities. They weren't able to stream. They didn't have good connection. So I was like, all right, we'll do a triple threat. We'll keep it as a single, and I'll be an outside enforcer. And that's how. But it started off with we didn't make
Killer Clown
Ref Wayne yet.
looks like he ain't about to take
Ref Shane.
Ref Wayne wasn't.
Ref Shane was first.
Still starting from the independent.
Right. Killer Clown. That's a throwback right there.
Real throwback.
Now, the controller for this super call is LaShawn Norris, a friend of ours on Facebook, and she was actually the first ever female competitor in the 2KWE. Many more to follow, but she was
really
the
good too.
yeah, she was good. And she would play with us on her she would play with us on her boyfriend's game, her ex-boyfriend's game, and he was trash, and she used to beat him, and we didn't let him play with us. We let her play with us.
Hey,
So Killer Clown versus who is this? Now that little logo, the King of the Ring logo with the 2KWL logo slapped on top.
this is brings back so many memories of like. This is like where it all started.
Yeah, well, this is the very first stream, the very first 3 matches of the 2KWE.
What is this? What is
Uh-oh.
this? What is going on here? What an entrance here.
Cats and Corey.
And Corey.
Now the controller for this super call was James.
James Perry.
James Perry, yep.
James Perry's another one I got good over time by playing with this.
He did get
find
better.
out.
He did get
Don't
better.
talk
He did
good
get
about
better over time. Everybody that plays here, they come in playing one way and they get better. Now, where we're at right now in the 2KWE, we got ranked online players and they're kicking the shit out of everybody and making us better.
But got one.
But what happened?
Got one of them.
I did beat one of them. I'm the first one to beat one of them. Exactly. Well, online during the show.
I'm gonna do the count out for triple threat,
Right.
all right?
So here we go. James Perry versus LaShawn Norris. LaShawn Norris, a.k.a. Killer Clown. James Perry, Cats and Corey.
What a reversal by the Killer Clown.
Now, I totally miss being able to have custom rings.
Oh man, I feel like that's what set us apart.
Right.
Custom rings, custom sets.
That's why I feel like so like proud of like my AVW sets, like my last one that I made for Nightmare Before Halloween. Oh man, that was awesome.
Oh,
So I just seen another one that somebody made, and I'll tell you about it when we go off air. It's a good arena. I seen it on the CC. Now, Cats and Corey and these guys were pretty much even at this point.
at this point, yeah.
Yeah, this is the first stream ever, the first 2KWE show, October 20th, 2018. Man, 4 years ago.
And at the time, we really didn't have main eventers or middle like jobbers. It was kind of like a fill out process for everybody.
Well, our booker was keeping the stats, so everybody was, goose eggs, 0-0-0. So right now I'm 1-0. Akane's 1-0, and then these people are, and then we had two exhibition matches. One was a Hell in a Cell, and the other one was just a triple threat.
Right.
But they're just exhibition matches.
Killer Clown using the strategy.
Seeing how they look now to how they evolve later on is like,
Right.
that's like,
With a reversal,
sure.
sweet chin music.
Just look at what they're doing now. It's flying around everywhere.
Right. So the gameplay gets better, competition gets more stiffer, calls look more creatively made,
Right.
and everybody gets into it. We put in a lot of hours in 2KWL in our first few months.
Yeah.
Put a lot of hours. Sometimes we used to stay up to 2, 3 in the morning. My time, I'm on Florida time. I can imagine everybody else.
Killer Clown needs to find
Yeah.
some answers for these
I mean, you alone would stay up
vicious
just
beatings taken.
headbutting ideas off each other. You know what I mean?
Right. That used to piss me off when somebody would make a comment or something. That black screen used to come up.
Yeah.
Now wrestling, we know Wrestling Warehouse is still rolling around. The TWC is still in effect. The wrestling community Facebook page, you guys sign up and join them if you want to hang out and chat about wrestling with like-minded people. The Wrestling Realm podcast is still up and running, and they're doing very good numbers. And Ico Pro is now known as Stacker 2s.
Yeah.
Oh, sidewalk slam.
You're in Stacker 2s.
Look at the genius by Corey.
So let's see, look at this. I was allowing the little cheat moves like staying out of the ring, rebuilding your fucking health and all that.
You like just sat there. There was no movement or involvement, you know.
It's a no wonder we used to stay up to 2, 3 in the morning every fucking Sunday.
What a reverse.
And then every Sunday we used to have dark matches. Everybody.
Yeah, at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Now motherfuckers come to the show, they wait backstage, they do their show and they do their match and they're like, am I done? Yeah, alright, see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers keep it professional and shit. I'm here to do a job, I'm done. Nice back kick there by Cats and Corey.
Oh, it's pandemonium. 1, 2, 3.
Cats and Corey wins his first match. I forgot about that.
I did not know that. I thought he lost.
I thought he lost too, but listen. From there on out, his future is in disarray.
It went a direction I did not expect it to go.
From sugar to shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not, without spoiling it, there's one big highlight in Cats and Corey's 2KWE career, which we'll get to in like a few weeks, maybe.
But nobody can take that away from him, though. He earned that.
I don't know. There was some controversy behind that. You know what? Oh, you have to wait till we get there.
He picked the weakness of you know who. Everybody knows weakness.
So if you notice that, there we go. Let's switch over. That I was doing a little bit of commentary, but I was giving out like advice. I was like, oh, keep on them. So I was more talking to you guys instead of treating it like a separate thing. It's giving pointers along the way.
Like you're coaching them instead of commentating.
Yeah. That's how it was. Well, we were all helping each other out back then.
Right.
Because it was a new game.
In the beginning, I was good, but I wasn't to where I needed to be.
Uh-huh.
You could see that, because it was pretty bad, if I remember right.
But, those were some good times. What are you going to do? Everything has to, evolve.
Right.
Everything has to evolve. And not all good things last forever. A lot of those guys, after like a year or two, went off to separate virtual wrestling promotions, and we wish them well on their future virtual wrestling endeavors. And
there's no bad blood over here, you know.
No bad blood. The show kept going on for us. I'm fiddling daddling with this logo here above our heads, right? Making it right, proper size. Well, dude, tomorrow is AVW. No. AVW. We're on hiatus for AVW.
AEW or AVW.
AVW. I'm always on hiatus for AEW.
But yeah.
So those were the first 3 matches. Totally different look from what we put out there to the masses these days.
Man, it's like seeing our ideas that we came up with grow like the way they did to now is like, it's really satisfying. You know what I mean?
It is.
So we literally from Facebook posts to what we have now.
Right. And this whole 2K World of Entertainment week we basically talked about this since like day one. Like, dude, we're gonna do this and this and this and that, and it all takes time, preparation. Like, everything was a learning curve. From that first day, I was learning about streaming and studying about streaming and what could I do. Then after it took me like a year to really learn how to stream and get the equipment, the capture card, and then once I got the green screen and the capture card and the OBS system, I learned about that. And then I'm still teaching myself things every show, every day. I'm still teaching myself. Like, right now, I'm very proud of what we're putting out this week in the 2K World of Entertainment. Like, if you notice these shows, like, the intros are different. For every show is specific. The backgrounds are more better. Commercials run a little bit more smoothly. I'm just very excited, and hopefully we'll do this again. But this trial week here, I've noticed, like, on our Facebook group, we reached like 1,500 people in 1 week.
Right.
And this is only Thursday. We still got, Friday, I don't know.
Yeah.
We might, maybe since we're on hiatus for AVW, we might do like AVW Vintage on Fridays.
Ooh. I don't remember the first episode of AVW.
The very first episode of AVW?
I don't remember it.
I remember, I don't remember either, but I do remember the tournament leading up into the inaugural championship. It was at Virtual Mania 2.
I remember throwing the idea around. It took a while because, we had to get all the calls together.
Yeah. We did.
I don't remember the first show.
You don't remember the first show? I don't. I
sorry?
got it all documented on. I got it all documented on our spreadsheet for the theme.
Right.
So.
I remember the pay-per-view, though. I don't remember the very first show. So I'm trying to. It'd be interesting to see, because that's another one that took off on his own. If you took AVW and you just made it like your own baby, dude.
Right, that one. It's just fun sometimes, because it actually, there's some parts of me that I prefer AVW over 2KWE Sundays.
Yeah.
There's some parts because the AVW shows, that shit just runs smooth because it's all AI and it runs smooth. There's no drama backstage. There's no hurry up. Oh, I'm loading in right now. Hold on, my mama told me to throw out the trash. Shit like that. Well, not no more. Remember when we first met, it was like, hold on, I gotta go do something for my mama. And I was like, oh, this guy all the time. And now look at you. You got babies of your own. You got twins. You got your own house. Now it's your wife telling you, go throw out the trash. Hold on, I gotta do something for my girl. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the records here. Let me see what's happening on the records. I'm gonna look at the records. Yeah, that first championship, bro, that's a big one, and that was AI too. I think we could have played it. I can't remember. I think that I AI'd it too because it was AI characters.
Right.
And then after that, like, we do, if any AVW calls come to a 2KW show, then the creator gets to control their call.
Right.
Right. So, a lot of growing pains there in our 2KW. Check this out. Hold on. I got some shit here. I'll share with you. All right. Scrolling all the way back down. There you go. So October 20th, 2018, 7 p.m. Kavea beats Brian Waters. Akane beats The Destroyer. Katsun Corey beats Killer Clown. Now, for some reason, there was a fourth match. And it's Hatcher versus Christian B. And I didn't find that match.
I don't think that match ever happened. Remember, Christian was, I think he was in the process of moving or something, so he didn't show up. But I didn't get booked that match. I think I got booked the next week.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think Hatcher got booked the next week.
Okay. Let's see.
He was decided to the King of the Ring tournament too.
All right. So, then, check it out. Next week, for 2KWE Vintage, October 27, 2018, 7 p.m., the second show ever. The first match was Katsun Corey versus the President, Sam Kavea. The second match was, the first match is a King of the Ring qualifying match. Second match was just a cruiserweight match, and this is Draven versus Ezekiel Kavea versus Youngblood versus Mestizo. Wow. Those are some names. Youngblood and Mestizo. Youngblood was Rick's call. Mestizo was James Perry. Kavea, myself. Ezekiel Kavea, my cruiserweight, was myself. And then Draven was Darnell.
Right.
All right. And then the third match was a women's match. Juliana Kavea, who is now retired, the first ever Supercall retired. But her very first matchup, Juliana Kavea versus the Princess of Rage. That's Darnell's call.
Darnell's, right.
Wow. We had 8 matches on that card. Next week is going to be good. Draven, another cruiserweight match. Draven versus Ezekiel Kavea again, and versus X Factor. That was Rick's call.
X Factor?
Yup, X Factor was Rick's call, a cruiserweight. I don't remember that one. All right, I think that one morphed into his other cruiserweight. And then match number 4 next week for October 27, 2018. Pretty Boy Bradley was Brian Waters' cruiserweight versus X Factor, Rick's cruiserweight.
Right.
Oh, here we go. This is what you were waiting for. All right, second round of King of the Ring, inaugural 2KWE champion, Hatcher, your call, versus Akane. Now he's King Akane.
Right.
It took him 1 week to go from Prince Abudabi to King Akane.
I remember how that went. It's going to be a terrible showing, but...
Mm-hmm. And then it says here, another King of the Ring, Sam Kavea versus Akane. Now, I don't know if that match took place because from what we know in the future. But we're going to see. I had to check the theme. And then we finished off the second show of 2KWE with a women's table match, which was basically Juliana Kavea, myself, Princess Rage, and the debut of One Shot.
I wonder when she was on pop up. I don't remember when she popped up.
I didn't even remember that she was part of from the first show.
Either.
She was there, huh? From the first
I
show.
don't remember.
Yeah, but I don't even remember who won any of the matches.
Was that Akane versus Kavea match for the inaugural heavyweight championship, or did that come later on?
I think that came later on. I wanna see, because I don't know if it was whatchamacallit. If it was like a two-way elimination, we don't know. I'm going to look at the stats right now. Well, the scheduling, because our former booker, Kendall Evans, big shout out to Kendall Evans. He used to do all the booking and stuff, and he used to write down all the shows and who match and stuff like that. So, let me see. Boom, boom, boom. It could be. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Yeah, it could be the. It could be the finals.
That's what the tournament was. So for the inaugural heavyweight championship.
Yeah. So next week we'll get the finals of the King of the Ring. We'll get the finals on that one. Oh, well, okay, not bad. I ain't complaining. Well,
we did things so back then.
Huh?
We did things so differently.
We did.
And you said the main women's match, right? It was a tables match, right?
Right.
Yeah, and we had Akane versus Kaveya, the match before.
Well, we weren't, we had an outside booker. The good thing about the way we started 2KWE is we had players was one entity, and then Kendall Evans, who was our booker, he didn't even play the game. He didn't even own the game. All he did was sat back, watch the YouTube feed, and then calculate the stats and put the star average in for us, and then, so that was, and then he was an outside entity, so, like, he wasn't, like, booking himself because he didn't play. So he wasn't booking himself to win, or, booking himself to play all day long. So that was good. So that was the first stream for 2KWE, aka 2KWL back then when it first started. And this was the very first episode of 2KWE Vintage. So I can't wait till next week.
That man, I hit the heart field a little bit seeing that.
Brought back a lot of memories, huh?
A lot of memories.
Well, that's what 2KWE Vintage is going to be all about. Now, hopefully next week we'll chime in on some messages. Hopefully some alumni players chime in and they're watching and be like, hey, I remember losing that match, or I remember winning that match.
Get some more alumni in here so they can see, they self before everything happened.
Right. All right, folks. Well, I'm Sam Schroeder, Straight Shooter, and this has been the first episode of 2KWE Vintage. My co-host for the evening. He's actually the only guy around since the day one. It's just me and him. We have a whole new roster, locker room. Like, holy shit.
Never left each other's side. People tried to get us turned on each other, but it didn't work.
Even though our calls might fight against each other, but in real life, we're true blue.
Yeah, man. Real actually brothers. That's all it is.
All right. Much love, brother. Give him a kiss to the babies for me. We'll see you
when they wake up.
When you wake up. When they wake up. And we'll see you next week on 2KWE Vintage. All right, guys. So long.
Coming soon, 2KWL, 2K Creator Wrestling League on PS4. Get ready for 2KWL on PS4. Brought to you by the TWC, October 20th. Get ready.